Hello, everyone, and welcome back once again. Appreciate you stopping by. So, it's been raining over the last couple nights. I have, like I said, told you in the last video, I've been wanting to get next door and get started on the neighborhood logging project. And I think I'm going to let that dry out another day. So, today I've decided, if you caught my last video, we were working on this door knock cherry. And I'll take you over there in a minute, but we do have one of the piles is gone and we have one pile left to go. I'm gonna get splitting on that in this video. I do need to make some firewood kindling in this video. And if you all caught a video, I don't know what video it was, 4 or 5 videos back, Evan, my son, made me a kindling cracker at school in his welding shop. So I've been trying that out, and I'll take you in the garage. There were some people saying that they'd like to see that work, and he's going to tweak it a little bit because there's a few things we didn't like, but I'm going to go in there and show you that. And another thing, this Thanksgiving log stack challenge, I kind of blew it on that one. Steve over at the channel Build Life put out that challenge to me a long time ago. And at the time, we were very busy. I did not have the appropriate rounds in the wood yard to try this challenge. And as you all know, I do not have equipment. So I'm going to take you up there and show you what I come up with. I kind of cheaped out on it, or didn't really do the challenge the way it was started. And I'm not sure who started it, but I'm going to give you an update on that. And if you guys haven't checked out Steve at Build Life, he's got a great channel with a wide variety of things happening. So go give Steve a look. So all right, got some stuff going on, and we're gonna get something done. Stick with me. All right, so first things first, you can see the ground is pretty wet here. I'm gonna let that sink in and kind of stiffen up a little bit while I'm doing some kindling and some other things before I get splitting. But as I said, this is the first load of cherry here that we brought home, and I need to get splitting on that today. You're going to see some of that. And then let me show you what we've gotten out of that so far. We have the first pile is all split between myself, Evan, and his girlfriend, and they stacked it. So I got that cherry there. You can see the color between the maple here. This is all maple, and then this is the cherry here. And then this whole rick of cherry. Not sure how long it is. I didn't measure it, but that's what we got so far off the cherry, is those 2 end caps. And we are going to add another one right here, because I'm pretty sure this cherry over here is going to fill the remainder of that, and then probably put another full 2 rows there at the end of that maple over there. So that's the first thing. Let me walk you up here and show you what I did on this log challenge that I kind of dropped the ball on. All right, again, Steve over at Build Life channel challenged me to this log stacking challenge, and I'll be honest, Steve, I was kind of getting frantic on figuring out something that I can do. I mean, I even was this close to having Evan in my tree stand harness on a come along, hoisting him up in a tree. We actually taped some footage and tried to put something together on an idea, which is right over here behind me, and it did not work. I'm not a master editor, and I do not have crazy cool editing software. You guys know I'm real simple on this, and that didn't work either. So you know what, I'm just going to show you what I come up with. Since I was late on the log challenge, the log stacking challenge, I turned it into the Christmas log stacking challenge. And if you caught a video a few back, I said I was saving some rounds because my wife had an idea for those. So I'll show you what I came up with. So, all right, Steve, this is my version of a log stacking challenge. We tried rolling these rounds from a very, very small round on the ground, and I was trying to piece all that together. Evan was doing all the rolling. I about wore him out. And I tried to piece that all together to make it look like a actual small round growing into a big one, and we were going to stack them, and I had to wash all that idea. It didn't turn out. But anyway, Steve, there you go, buddy. And I couldn't get much of this on camera, any footage of us building these, because when the wife wanted something done, it needed to be done, and I was doing this out in pretty drizzly, rainy weather. So there you go. That's my version of the log stack challenge. All right, so let's head into the garage. Hopefully the light is good enough, and I want to show you this kindling cracker again that Evan made for me at a shop class at school. And I'm going to get some kindling split up. And if you all want to see how I make the kindling bags, I got a video. I don't number my videos. It was a while back, but you can go to the channel and go to the videos and scroll down till you find it. It's how I make my kindling bundles. Still doing it the same way, just now I have a kindling cracker. All right, so here's Evan's kindling cracker he made for me. I've since then taken some lag screws and mounted it here to the 6x6 in the garage. I take some pine that we harvested last year, and I use my chop saw and cut it down to about 12 inches. That's what works best for us. If you all seen the video I did months and months back, 6-7 months ago, I use a piece of Schedule 40 to put a bag over, flip it over, put the kindling in it. I'm not going to go through making those right now, but you can go back and check that video out. So 12 inches is what works for us. So there's a couple things Evan wants to modify on this, so we have not primed it and painted it yet. We're going to wait until we're done tweaking it. I think it works great the way it is. He wants to put some wrap on the handle, and he cut this arm square. He wants to grind this. I don't think you can see that on film camera here, but he wants to grind that off so that way it doesn't stop. That way you don't kind of come up and abruptly stop. It'll go on up. It's his project. I'll let him do what he wants to do with it. So yeah, let's make a little bit of kindling here. So before, I used to always get on the floor with an axe and bend over the whole time, and it did not do well on my back. So this is great for me. So what I like to do, you can keep your hand down here, where with an axe I'm usually holding it up there trying to get it started. So I keep my hand down here, and I'll just bounce that and get that knife started in there. And I like to grab it and just come down through it. Get it started like that, because a lot of times it'll fall on the floor. That's okay. Make a little mess and get it all picked up at the end. I think it works great. I mean, I'll hold my hand up here after I get it started, but for the most part I try to keep, because he put a heck of an edge on there. And this here's pretty thick. I think that's like 1/4 inch, or maybe I don't know. It looks about like 1/4. So it pops that open real nice. So I love it. I'll bring the camera in a little bit closer and make a little bit, sped up. Go small if you want. But Evan said he wants to tweak it a little bit. I mean, I'm perfectly happy with it. I mean, for one thing, my son made it for me, so it's special to me just the way it is. So let me speed you up. We'll make a little bit of kindling with it. And as I use it, I figure out a little bit more about it. So you can start on that lowest one, and it's easier to get it started, and then you can just raise up on it and get a better bite on it. Get it started and then raise up, get a better bite on it. go. Nice little pile of kindling. All right, so I got some kindling made up. I got the wood stove in the shed fired up and got it warming up. Guys, this video might run a little long. I apologize. But there's just a lot of loose ends. I wanted to get some closure on a couple of the comments. A lot of people asked about the kindling cracker and the log challenge. I felt like I dropped the ball, so I wanted to get that some closure on that. So I got the splitter out warming up over here, and I'm gonna get some cherry split. So stick with me here to the end, and we'll get some cherry done. All right, the wood was falling off the trailer, so it took about 10 minutes to split that. We're gonna go ahead and get this stacked and see what we got. All right, everybody, as you see here behind me, we got this last rick filled in. We did not put that big of a dent in these rounds, but I just had a house full of company here show up, and also realized I forgot to bring pallets home from work. So I'm gonna stop on the splitting for today. I don't want this beautiful cherry laying on the ground and getting all dirty and muddy. So I'm gonna wait, and hopefully this ground dries out overnight, and we are gonna get next door tomorrow and drop some trees. So with that being said, man, I am so glad that Brandon picked my door to knock on, because this is some beautiful stuff here. So everybody, I think that's gonna be it. If you stuck with me here till the end, man, I really appreciate it. And we got a little bit done, a lot of loose ends tied up. So with that being said, everybody, appreciate you watching. So until next time, get outside. See ya.